What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into the emu because I got corrected for that yesterday. It's not emu, it's emu war. Oh, from Oversimplified Mini Wars number 4. Let's jump into it. Let's check it out together. See what we got. Shout out to all the Australian folks in the house that are starting to send me requests. I appreciate you. I definitely am here to learn more. Let's go. See what we got. We don't even need the subtitles.
This is Australia.
Go show Oversimplified all the love in the world. This is what? Australia.
This is Australia. For the man who imagines being strangled by a tarantula while a kangaroo breaks his kneecaps and thinks, yes please. For the man who pictures himself being eaten by a snake in the burning outback while eating a Vegemite sandwich and thinks, yes please. And
I've had some of these thoughts, but Vegemite was never a part of it.
Arthur Phillip, who landed in eastern Australia in 1788, presumably saw a dingo being eaten by a crocodile, being eaten by a death adder, being eaten by a koala, being eaten by Mel Gibson, and thought to himself, yes.
No.
Good. Now I know what you're thinking, but oversimplified, the British didn't discover Australia, the Vikings did. And you'd be wrong. I'm not sure why you'd think that. But hey, if you love Vikings so much, then why don't you check out today's sponsor, Vikings.
Hey, very cool cut.
War of Clans was inspired by the PC strategy and RPG games of the 90s we all loved, like Age of Empires and Civilization. If you, like me, want to relive those memories again with a new experience, then this mobile game is for you. Vikings lets you choose your own playstyle, and what makes its world so addictive is that more than 20 million online players are constantly changing the way it evolves by never-ending fighting over resources, forging new alliances, and competing in live events. Support my channel by downloading Vikings for free, only from my links in the description box below, and get the special bonus of 200 gold coins and a protective shield.
Meanwhile in New York.
Buy! Man, this is great. The market will continue to grow forever. But what if it doesn't? Oh crap, I never thought of that. Sell! And the stock market crashed, which led to economic downturn, which meant banks wouldn't lend anyone any money, which led to more economic downturn, which meant everyone stopped buying stuff, which led to more economic downturn. And hey, what if all the crops in the Great Plains were destroyed in a drought and then a big dust storm engulfed the area? That's right, more economic downturn. And in an effort to combat the crisis, America began imposing tariffs on foreign imports, which made the economic downturn go global, and the earth got really depressed. But one nation that was hit harder than most by the whole affair, Australia.
I was wondering where we were going. I'm glad we circled back, because I was like, maybe we got the wrong video.
Australia was that it relied heavily on its export industries, and in the current economic climate, no one was buying. To make things worse, Australia had introduced its own currency and pegged it onto the gold standard via the British pound, but then the UK started messing with its own peg on the gold standard, and if this is starting to sound confusing, then let me oversimplify it for you. Hey,
yes, please break it down Barney style.
Looks like my car's broken down. Want to give me a tow? No problem, friend. I got you.
Snap. I was expecting it to snap. I was not expecting the cliff.
More economic downturn. The point I'm trying to make is things weren't good, and in particular, it was Australia's farmers that were suffering most. After the First World War, Australia had given returning veterans land for farming, but with the current economic crisis, the farmers just weren't making enough money, and many left to go find work in the cities. But for those who remained, things were about to get even worse. Before we get into that, it's time for some cultural exchange. My national bird is the bald eagle. It's a strong patriotic symbol of America and a deeply valued and protected species. My national bird is the peafowl. It's a beautiful creature whose vivid colors represent India, so we list it as a protected species. My national bird is the emu, and it's a pest.
Look, I know that they look like, and they are dangerous birds. Like, you're not gonna catch me in no pen with no emus. It's not gonna happen. I don't care how nice he's been. Have you seen the feet on those things? This like a velociraptor come to life.
Also bloody delicious.
I bet they are too. I would definitely be on the other side of the dinner table from an emu. I would.
6 feet tall, 90 to 120 pounds, and able to run at speeds up to 40 miles per hour, usually return to the coast after their breeding season. But suddenly they found Western Australia full of lush, wet farmland. Oh my, look at all this delicious wheat that just so happens to be growing here in large quantities. Hey guys, get a load of this. You know, look at all this delicious.
Oh, hell no. Are they still viewed as a blight? Are they still pests like are in America? Like down, we got wild boars running everywhere and things like that, nutria rats. Like, are they just another pest? Like, people hate emus, or
Oh yeah, that's really good. Oh yeah, you're right. Grains every day. Hey, who left this big hole in the fence? Guys, get a load of this. Oh wow, I'm really good. Oh yeah, that's what I am. What a lovely morning for some farming. What? Those damned emus, they have it in for me. They're bullies. They're nothing but bullies. Calm down, Bruce. They're just animals. It's not personal.
it's real easy. I got the fix. We switch from eating wheat to eating emus.
Hey,
That's what
Farmer
we do.
Bruce, where did you find that hat? The toilet? Yes. 20,000 emus cost the already struggling farmers millions more pounds in lost crops and damages. The situation couldn't continue like this. Something had to be done. So in 1932, the farmers turned to the government for help. You'd think they'd go to the Minister of Agriculture, but these farmers said no. This is a job for the military. So they went to George Pierce, the Minister of Defense. That's right. Australia was to go to war with the emus.
Like a legitimate, we're calling in the military to deal with the emu
But not
situation.
everyone was happy with the idea. This
Yeah, I could see
is
that.
barbaric. We can't go slaughtering thousands of our own national bird. Oh, come on, guys. The machine guns will make it quick and painless. Machine guns? You're using machine guns? This is animal cruelty. Look, I know it's unusual, but it's not like we're poachers turning the birds into feather hats. Think of the benefits. It'll be good target practice for our boys. The government can show it took action. Plus, I can get myself a nice new feather hat. Did I say feather hat? I meant I want to together chat with you about getting you all some nice new feather hats. Did I say feather hats? I meant I want to wage terror at these emus and turn them all into feather hats. Damn it! Of course,
Always
Pierce first
back
made
to
the
the feather
farmers sign
hat.
an agreement saying that they would pay for the whole thing and that Pierce wouldn't take any of the blame if the operation, that was clearly very stupid, turned out to indeed be stupid. And the operation went ahead. Major G.P.W. Meredith and his men were sent with 2 Lewis machine guns to hunt down and take out the evil emu population in Western Australia.
We think that anything that encroaches on us is evil, but we encroach on everything. How do you just, like, I get it, cool, but was there no other solution? Was it really like, hey, obviously I wasn't there. I wasn't there for the emu war, but it seems kind of crazy as an outsider looking in. But then again, I'm an ignorant outsider looking in.
Target spotted. Well, was it an emu? No, sir. It's an emo. Damn it, Jones.
Don't kill the emos, not
Learn
to be
your vowels.
confused.
I'm sorry. Okay, it looks like the humans are coming for us. But check this out. I've come up with an amazing plan. See if you can follow me here, okay? When they approach, we run
Yep.
away. Sir, you're a genius. Pierce sent a camera crew along with the machine gunners to capture some good old propaganda for the government, and the first battle took place in November at Campion. The men spotted a mob of emus from a distance, so they set up their guns and opened fire. The emus split up into smaller groups and ran in every direction. The men were only able to kill what they called a number of birds, but the vast majority got away. Cut!
Which means in a few months you're gonna have a number more birds back.
Surprisingly, many of the emus were able to take multiple bullets, but still run at full speed to safety, causing Meredith to compare them to tanks, saying if we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. Okay, we need to get closer. No, you idiots, not to me, to the emus.
I love it.
Sorry. No. I like it. So next, they tried sneaking up on a large number of emus near a local dam and firing at short range. Maybe the men were just unlucky, but my professional opinion says the emus were magic, because both guns jammed after just 12 emus were killed, and once again, the rest got away. Cut! The men were feeling a little humiliated after losing to a pack of discount ostriches, so they decided to move further
A
south.
pack of discount ostriches. That's kind of how I've always viewed emus in my head.
Where the emus were said to be tamer. And this time, they had a new strategy. Okay, Jones, here's the plan. You mount the machine gun in the back, I'll chase the emus, you shoot. Got it?
In
Got
the
it.
car. Seems like a great idea.
I'm gonna shove that camera up your... The operation was a fiasco, and the press had a field day. In Parliament, Pierce was lambasted, and an opposition party member suggested that medals should be handed out to the emus, who had won every round so far.
Somebody tell me, God, somebody didn't really say we should give the emus medals. Like, that can't be real, right?
An opposition party member suggested that medals should be handed out to the emus, who had won every round so far. Pierce, feeling quite humiliated, called the operation off, but 4 days later the farmers approached again and said, "Hey man, the emus are still eating all our crops. Can you send the army back out here?" And Pierce was like, "Yeah, okay." So the operation was back on for round 2. And this time Meredith and his men had learned the emus' guerrilla tactics and were much more successful, with reports suggesting the men were cutting down 300 emus every week. I hope you boys are getting great footage of this. What on earth are you filming? Despite the success, the media had lost interest in the whole thing. But with 1,000 emus killed, Pierce finally ended the operation and returned to Parliament declaring victory for the humans. So there were 20,000 emus out there destroying.
And you killed 1,000 of them. Doesn't seem like much of a victory.
Crops, and you've killed 1,000. Meaning there's still 19,000 emus out there. Yep. And in addition, you've burned through 10,000 rounds of ammunition. Meaning you wasted 10 rounds per confirmed kill. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one for the emus.
Yeah.
At least I got a feather hat. What? So in the end, the emus won the Great Emu War of 1932, and the emus continued to wreak havoc on the farmers for years to come. The government introduced a bounty system, which saw some success. But for a moment, let's take some time to remember the brave men who said
I can't imagine a bird that damn big just running around wild.
goodbye to their families.
But for some
and
people it's
risked
normal, I
their
guess.
lives to take on the great, evil emu population in Western Australia. But even more importantly, let's think of the friends they made, the bond they created, and the memories they shared.
Take me home to golden fields.
This is fantastic.
Sights of days gone by. It's where the heart lies with stories on.
Hey, guys? I solved the emu crisis. Really? How? I just made some better fences.
Thank you. There it is. There's the other option. The credits are brilliant. The credits are brilliant. Hey, 100% get over so oversimplified, all the love in the world. We know it might be a little bit too oversimplified sometimes, but you know what? In order for people to understand exactly what went on, it's good to have a little bit of humor in there. It makes it more interesting to learn for sure, other than, hey, we just tried to wipe out an entire population of emus. Obviously, I'm not an Australian farmer. I don't know what the real deal was on the ground back then, but like, that's just mankind's way of doing things, right? If an animal gets in our way, let's kill him. Let's get rid of him. Fences. There's a lot of other things that I could think of that might keep an emu away. Maybe. Like, there's got to be other deterrents. What do they do in modern days? Or is it just like, hey, see an emu, kill an emu, get a feather hat? How does it work? Explain it to me down below, all my Australians. Y'all know what really happened. So tell me down below. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Till the next one, I'm Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.